you know, the roots of music, appeared on the morning news. In fact, a lot of people appeared on the morning news over time. Some of them got to sit next to Eric as his co-host. We talked to some of those longtime colleagues this morning. They shared their stories. Here's some of the favorite moments they remember from over the years.
You know, when I started on the morning show, I was 24 years old, and I look back and I go, you know, I was a baby, right? I was
That's
so
a lot of pressure.
young.
The whole city relying on you.
A lot of pressure, and in a lot of ways there was imposter syndrome going on, right? Kind of fake it till you make it. And you know, at one point I thought, oh, well, I have to be very just buttoned up and give you the forecast and just leave it at that. And Eric said, that's not you. You're funny and you're sarcastic and you tell jokes and you like to, you know, joke around with me. Be that, do that. And I thought, okay, is this going to be okay for me to be this way? You know, I just thought we were supposed to be these storied broadcasters, you know, and I really credit him with letting me be myself and have fun on the morning show with him and with Mike Hoss and with everybody. You know, we really just became kind of a family, and I really credit that, because I feel like otherwise, you know, as they say that, you know, I was listening to Rob Nelson, there he is this morning when he was talking, and he said the worst thing you could be is inauthentic, you know, on TV. People can sniff that out, and if I had just kind of kept myself buttoned up and everything, it wouldn't have been me. So I credit him with that for sure.
He had a way of, I think, making me feel comfortable, and I think that's what you're hearing a lot of other people say as well. At the same time, you know, he had a standard, and he held everybody to it. And if you were slipping from that standard, you heard from it. And so being on an open-ended show like this, where there's a lot of potential to like bring out your personality and engage with other anchors and guests, that really helped me become like the broadcaster that I eventually did.
The stuff y'all would say to each other on the show between the two of you.
Okay, so first of all, you know, you've heard the history of this show, right? I'm sure as you got here, and you probably saw it.
I grew up watching this show.
I know, and so it wasn't just me, and it wasn't Andre Trevine, and it wasn't, you know, we can keep on going down the list, or Peyton or anyone else. It was Eric. Okay, Eric is the one that created all of that energy.
He liked to stir the pot, as we say.
He was the common denominator, right? And so he just brought out the best, or at times I could say the worst in us.
The life of the show.
However you want it to look at it. But you know, when I think back of people and started television, and you know, television, you know, at the time was relatively new. When, you know, Eric got into TV in the 1970s, it was only more or less 20 years old. Modern TV, 25 years old. And it's folks like him, and I've been fortunate to know people of that generation that really made local television what it was then and what it's become today.
There are not many local anchors left in this country like Eric Paulsen, who become institutions. So it's not just the loss of a man, but it's an end of an era in this business we're seeing all over the country.
He was mischievous, or as we say in New Orleans, the mischievous one. And he was Peter Pan. He was never going to grow up, and therefore none of us really knew how old he was until Saturday when we read his obituary.